Okay, let's discuss about Gauss law in magnetism. It says that if you take a closed surface and if you find the flux, this is a closed surface. It is a closed surface. The surface can be of any shape. It can be circle, it can be square, it can be hexagon, it can be any shape, it can be any irregular shape. Okay. If you calculate the flux, the net flux, how do you get the net flux? Over the closed integral B dot ds is equal to 0. B is the magnetic field, ds is the area vector. We need to take the vector form. B is a vector, area also is a vector. If you take the dot product, it is 0 for a closed surface. It also means that if you take this large area is there, what is this essentially means? It means that B1 ds1 plus B2 ds2 etc. is equal to 0. That means you take small areas, you calculate the flux for this one, you calculate the flux for this one, you calculate the flux for this one. Like that, if you take all the areas, you will cover all the closed surface. If you take the sum, it is equal to 0. This type of thing we have seen in Gauss law of electricity also. So there, instead of B, we used to write E dot ds is equal to Q enclosed by epsilon naught. This is something similar to that. But here it is 0 in magnetism. There it is not 0. There is a value. There is a finite value is there. Why that difference? Because if you take a positive electric charge, how will be the field lines? These are electric field lines. They will be emanating from it, isn't it? And they will go till infinity. Will they return back to positive? Will they make a closed loop? No, they don't make a closed loop. Only when they find a negative charge somewhere else, they will meet over there. Okay, like that it is. But if you take a single positive charge, can I take a single isolated positive charge? The answer is yes, I can take a single isolated positive charge. And here, let us say I consider a Gaussian surface. So I have a net enclosed charge in this. Okay. But when you take the case of a magnet has a dipole. We have already discussed that monopoles don't exist. If I take a magnet, it will necessarily have a north and a south pole. Even if you break into pieces, it will still have a north and a south pole. So monopoles don't exist. Okay. So in this situation, what happens? If you take a magnet, this is my north pole, south pole. These magnetic field lines, they form closed loops. So if I take some area, if I take a Gaussian surface, what happens? The field lines passing through it, the number of field lines entering and the number of field lines leaving, they remain the same. Like if you take, what I am trying to say is, this is a closed surface. So if any field line is coming like this, basically this field line is going to meet again. It is forming a closed loop. Now this is a field line, magnetic field line. If I take any other line also, it will form a closed loop. So the number entering and the number leaving is always same. Okay. So in the case of electric field lines, it was Q enclosed. So here, what is the number of lines entering and the number of lines? If you say the number of lines entering is positive and the lines leaving is negative, the net value will be equal to 0. So in a closed surface only this is applicable. For open surface you cannot apply this rule. That is why you are putting this symbol. This is called integration. Integration over a closed surface. Integration means basically adding, taking small elements and adding everything. So it is, you are getting 0. Okay, so remember this point. And the reason also is this. The reason is very simple. Magnetic monopoles don't exist. So whatever you are taking the field lines, they are forming closed. You can take any number of lines, and this is the closed Gaussian surface. But how you are defining a, see, magnetic flux may not be 0 all the time, but if you take a Gaussian surface, it is 0. Okay, if I take an area, yesterday we discussed that I have kept a current wire loop, lines are passing through this. This is not a Gaussian surface, this is the area of that loop. Okay, so initially there was no flux, now there is a flux, there is a change in flux. So the change in flux will influence the induced EMF. So this is something different. We are here talking about applying Gaussian law for closed surfaces in magnetism. Okay, so many times when I discuss with students, they often get confused between these two terms. So try to know the difference and remember this. Many problems can be solved using this law. So for doing that, you have to assume a closed Gaussian surface.